how's it going? Thought I'd go live for a chat. Hopefully the feed will be okay and everything will be fine, and we shall see. So, how are we doing? From 333 222 to 111, let's go. Just doing some numerology because obviously I'm part of the Illuminati. How's it going? Is everybody doing okay? Because it's been a funky couple of days, hasn't it? It really has been a very funky couple of days. The Charlie Kirk thing has, I think, hit people for 6. Good afternoon. How are we doing? We haven't had a live feed for ages. Stephen likes it. Everyone's here. Everybody's here. Hopefully the feed is working. Hopefully time today, this afternoon. My wife and kids are out entertaining themselves, so I thought, why not have a little live chat with everybody, see how you're all doing. Absolute Entertainment came over from Facebook, thank you very much, where we just gave a car away for £10. I'm waiting for Lee Pillsworth to get back to me about that one, and I'm just putting the next one over as well. So if you would like to win a car from Geoff Buys Cars, I will post up the link in a moment. Simon Gen X Digital says, are you going to London tomorrow? No, I'm not. Walking into a trap. I think that's what they want, so no, I'm not going to be participating. We're also moving house, but that's another story. Michael Brooks is heading off for his night shift. Cool. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how stuff plays out tomorrow. I had a chat with Luke, the master mechanic, earlier on when I was looking at a disastrous car that I have purchased that is going to make a very funny video for you lot. And we were talking about Jordan Peterson, and we both kind of agreed that the worst possible outcome tomorrow would be the assassination of Jordan Peterson. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that's what happens tomorrow? It would be, and the sad thing is that, like, I can see it. I could see that that's a possibility. So we're going to keep an eye on what's going on tomorrow. A lot of people are. Oh, my cat's waking up. A lot of people are heading down there. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Get your ass down to London, says John. I don't feel like it's the right thing to do. I'm not sure. I think it's all part of the plan. I think you should beware of false idols, and I don't know, man. I'm not sure. You know, we did it. We did all the COVID protests. We did all that. I fucking hate London. Literally, going to London is the last thing I want to do ever. I'm not sure protest ever achieves anything. I do think they're going to try and mess with people. And yeah, I think it'd be very interesting to see where it all ends up. Cool. So just getting this Geoff all live, actually, and then I'll talk to you properly. Who's going? Let me know in the comments if indeed you are going. It's going to be interesting. We all this stuff happens when we got plans anyway, and it's not like I don't know. Yeah, there's a part of me that feels like I should be going, but I kind of have spoken to some people that are going, and I think some people are going down there with the wrong intentions, and I don't want to be involved in any of that. I don't want to be accused of anything as much as I want to be part of it. So I'm happy to be a observer who will document it. Plank 71, I've got my mum's 95th birthday lunch tomorrow. What's her secret for making it to 95? What's she doing that other people have failed to do? Or what is everybody else doing that she's not? That's what I want to know. I have a very bad feeling about tomorrow. I just hope everyone will be safe. I do as well. There's something in my gut that is saying no. I can't describe it. I can't necessarily say what it is, but I just felt like I'm going to sit it out. I hope I'm wrong. I very much hope that I'm wrong and everything, you know, goes off well. As much as I would absolutely love to see Jordan Peterson, no, I'm not going to be there on the day. Right, let's get this picture cropped. Flip Flap Flop says, do not go. I don't know. Let us know in the comments, people. Can I do a poll? I wonder if I can do a poll. She drives an 08 plate orange Fiat Panda. I love a Fiat Panda. Spoiler alert, I've just bought a Citroen C3, a really rare one. But as you'll see in the video, it's turned out to be an absolute crock of shite because it was bought from one of the usual suspects from Birmingham. And despite being promised that the car would be fine and telling the guy that I'm a YouTuber and that it's going to go on the channel, he still lied to me and told me the car was fine. And the car is an unbelievable crock of shit. I'm waiting for Luke to get back to me this afternoon on just how much of a crock it actually is. But we will be finding out fairly soon. And once Luke's given his professional opinion on it, then I'll be able to put it on the channel and tell everybody just how much of a crock this car is that I've purchased from Birmingham. Geoff, you never learn your lesson. Oh, not the camera. I don't know, I was being an optimist, basically. Right, let's create that clipping mask there. That should put that there, and that should put that there. And this will make a nice little image for our next Geoffle, which is 2 cars that nobody wants, which is quite funny. Right, so I've made that. Let's see if we can catch up on some comments here. Geoff Buys Cars buying a car. Who would have known? John, I'll be out of the house for 18 hours, but still worth it. We must stand up for this country. I fully agree. But I don't know what the best way to stand up is. I hope that there's the numbers there. We were there for the COVID protest that was absolutely freaking huge. But another part of the reason that Mrs. G does really not like crowds. She doesn't do very well in large groups of people, and she sort of freaked out a bit when we were at the COVID one in London, and like we both hate London anyway, so you know, not agoraphobic, but a little bit. Neither of us really like huge groups of people. Charlie Kirk would be there. Yeah, you're right. And when you say stuff like that, I'm like, fuck, I should go. But I mean, I can't, logistically I can't anyway, so you know, there is that. Right. Now 111-000. Right, there we go. Blade Runner chaps doing good work in London. Everybody should be a Blade Runner, going to Parliament and staying there until they listen. There are more than enough people to do it. I agree. Will the BBC report tomorrow properly? No, because they've reported that Charlie Kirk was a right-wing activist. Charlie Kirk is what used to be the centre, and it's absolutely tragic that, I mean, I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. As is Luke, my mechanic. Was, you know, we were both chatting about this earlier on, like blokes chat, and we're both just sort of gobsmacked by it. John says, fair play, you do speak out. I mean, my head is above the parapet in many ways, you know. I try to do my best. I try to do my bit. Major League Ball, welcome. You've joined us at GEOFFISTA. Laura, I was watching the replay of your Facebook Live. Good to see you here. Hey, Laura, how's it going? Laura, TikTok again. I was thinking this. I've said a load of stuff lately, and I was like, oh, that'd make a really good TikTok. And I don't really know how to do it. Nepal is the way to go. I am concerned, to be honest, that not enough people are realising that that's what needs to happen. But there's a lot of stuff that I perhaps can't say. And that makes for... my cat's doing downstairs. One of them's in there asleep. 2 of them are downstairs playing with the TV remote. Geoff, would you unlikely to cop... never mind violence. I'm a nutter. So it's funny. I've got my subscribers. Let's see if we can get you TikTok banned. Have you seen the videos going around? Strange things about the shooting that doesn't look right. Yes, I have, but I'm not sure, Murray, because there's multiple angles. And there's a lot of people saying about the ring, but he's well known for playing with he has a clasp ring on a hinge, and he plays with it and he moves it between different fingers. So when people were saying, "Oh, look, his ring moved handy," the ring was like falling at the time. I spent a long time looking at the footage and going through it and trying to work out what's what. There's a lot of people that are saying it was accidental because it was shot. I'm not sure about... it was meant to have deflected off his bulletproof vest, wasn't it? I didn't necessarily see that in the footage, but I mean, come on. The guy fired 1 shot. Like, if you're playing a computer game with your friends and you get a 1-shot kill, you celebrate because it's a fluke. And the fact that this guy shot from that far and got one shot and just did it, unbelievable. You know, it's unbelievable. Starmer is itching to call martial law. Simon, you are correct. We are ghosts. Hi, Geoff. So great to see you live at last. Sending you best wishes. Thank you very much. Plank71, the video is horrific. Yeah, it ain't good. I'm all in on Ant Middleton to remove the rat Khan, please. I would like to see that as well. I certainly don't agree with anything. Just reply to an email. I assume the Volvo, as you are a Volvo man. I'm already setting the Geoffil up, the next one, assuming that he's having the Volvo. So I'm putting it up as the Renault and the Mini, but that might be wrong. Sadly, I think this country is a bit beyond saving. It's a shame because I'm born and bred here, but I'm looking at options for the future. Voting doesn't work. Voting doesn't do anything. Are you coming to London tomorrow? No, I'm not. I can't make it tomorrow. So no, I'm afraid I won't be there. What about the dosh bag who was celebrating seconds after the shot? There's something, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? It's very odd. American politics is very different to the USA. You've got the populist politics movement where people, you know, go and attend to see someone. We don't really have that here. Citizen arrest the police, the politicians, non-violent unless they kick off. I said quite a lot about this when I was live on the stage at the barn the other night with stuff that wasn't recorded. John says this event could be used to accelerate surveillance and track and trace. I agree. Oh, look, there's that number again, 222. We've got 222 people watching. Interesting, isn't it? These numbers, they just keep following me around. 222, 333, 111. Yeah, they're all the same. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We'll watch it play out. Crisis actors smiling while being interviewed afterwards. All weird. Yeah, totally agree. Martial law, then the excuse to bring in emergency measures that would become permanent digital ID cash. Yeah, I agree. That's exactly what I think is happening. Kevin Walsh came here to get away from all the hate speak, divide and rule at play. Yeah, that's right. The fact that the BBC are calling him right wing, the fact that like, it's astonishing that like a father of young children has been shot and people are saying, oh, well, he brought it upon himself because of his views. Like, are you insane? Alex, what do you think about banning gambling ads totally, Geoff? I do car competitions online on Facebook. I've been doing it for a little while. I don't agree with gambling though. The way I've always pitched my car competitions is I say, I'll give you some entertainment. You're supporting the work that the channel does and you get a crappy Geoff car for 10 quid. That's what it's all about. I don't agree with gambling. I don't get that gambling is such a big thing. I'm not attracted to gambling. I'm not attracted to gambling shops. I don't do horse racing. I don't do dog racing. I don't do betting on football. I'm not interested in any of it. But I am noticing an increase in email inquiries from companies that want me to sell gambling. So I got one the other day and they want to pay big money as well. Let me see if I can find it because I replied to them. Let me see what it'll be in my outbox because this was just days ago. This is a good subject, this. Right. Paid partnership follow-up. Geoff Buys Cars. Valerie, I wanted to follow up and see if you received my previous email. I'm eager to connect and discuss a potential collaboration. I then died, so she's called Valerie. I emailed back and I said, I don't work with gambling companies, sorry. Let me see what she offered me. Because this is interesting because there's a lot of this going on at the moment. Valerie, paid partnership with a company. What they wanted a YouTube video, a YouTube short promoting our casino. And they said the timeline is flexible, let us know your rates. And normally, like, if someone contacted me like that, like if it was an EV car charging company or an electric whatever company, normally I go back to them and I just pick a number out of thin air. I just pick like a ludicrous number that they're definitely going to say no to, because then I'm like, well, if they say yes, then I'll take it because it's worth it. But no, I've had a couple of inquiries from gambling companies and I don't agree with it. It's not good for anyone. Not good for anyone. Sorry, I sort of went on a rant there. The Macmaster saw your challenge to him. Which challenge was that? I did actually challenge him today in a car that I bought from Birmingham, but it was before I'd seen the car. Alex, also I think that fast food and delivery services should be banned from TV. Obesity kills more people than gambling. Alex, you're right. But then again, you're assuming that the people who are in charge are looking out for our best interests, and they are absolutely not. So why would they do anything that is within the interest of the people when they are not working on our behalf and are not interested in working on our behalf? Right, let me just do one more thing, and then I'll be ready to give you the link. Two more things. Get yourself an Audi A3 Sport 2004. Still got mine. Still spectacular. Looks good. 2003 is a good year for cars. It's a great year for Saabs. I've got a 2003 Volvo T5 out front at the minute, and my Ford Transit is a 2000. Citroen Dispatch. Yeah, Citroen Dispatch is fine because they're like basic enough, aren't they? That's the thing. You've got to have a car that is simple enough that you can maintain it, but modern enough that you can drive it every day. This is what I was hoping with my little Citroen that I've just bought, because it's a HDI engine, but Luke has just educated me about the fact that HDI engines are tosh, the new ones. I can't believe Lee bought a new EV. Has he bought it yet? I haven't actually seen, I've not heard from him for a bit. He's in Bulgaria at the moment. I know he's in Bulgaria, but no, I haven't heard from him. I don't know whether he's actually bought the car. He was talking about getting a new one, and to be fair, if I can just defend Lee for a moment, because of the way the finance agreement works out, I can understand. Hang on, there's someone at my door. What's going on? Just talk amongst yourselves a second. See if it's 5 armed police officers. Cheers. Oh, we're in luck. I'm back. No, I wasn't. Oh, I wasn't attacked. It wasn't the police. Loads of Hot Wheels cars on the floor. Oh, I'm in. It was just my neighbour with a parcel that had been delivered to completely the wrong location. It wasn't for me anyway, it's for my wife. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have bothered. Right, so I am adding the £10 car to the website. So, is that done? He's pondering about buying the new Taycan. I think he'll end up buying one. That's what I was talking about before I went away, wasn't it? Financially, he's pretty trapped in that Porsche won't take they won't take his car in on a part exchange unless he's having an EV, which means Porsche basically, not only do they value the car incredibly low, they don't value the car at all. They don't want it back. The only way Porsche will take, I should have made a video about this, the only way they'll take his Taycan back in part exchange is if they can then tick the box on a sale of a new Taycan. So as I understand it, even if they've got a phase 2 Taycan in the perfect spec that he wants, he still can't part exchange his car against it because they're so desperate to tick off that we sold a car thing. That's how I think it is working, which means if he wants to maximize the value of his car against something more expensive, the only way he can do that is by getting a brand new Taycan. I think I've understood that correctly. So basically, if he wanted a 911 and he went to Porsche and said, I'd like to part exchange my Porsche Taycan against the 911, the Taycan is worthless against the 911. It has a really strong value against the new Taycan. Nerd in Motion, there you go, they don't want a 15 grand fine. So they might value his Taycan at like way above its actual market value just to get the sale on the new Taycan. So it makes the deal look really attractive, and you know, he writes it off against tax and all the rest of it. Right, the product is now live on the website, ladies and gentlemen. If you open a new window and go to geoffbuyscars.uk, find the £10 car section, the final of this run of 3 Geoffles has just gone live. Can't he raffle it? I wouldn't want to raffle it. Imagine trying to sell tickets for Lee's Porsche Taycan that he's done 60,000 miles in and farted in the seat off. Nobody's going to want that car. It's had that many recalls. Like, yeah, it's worthless even as a raffle car. That's funny, isn't it? The idea of trying to raffle a Porsche Taycan that, you know, that's your selling point. Lee the Mapmaster has farted in it. Hilarious. No, I don't know. Like I said, I've always liked the look of the Porsche Taycan. I do think it's a very nice looking car, but it just would have been so successful if they had actually if they'd put a proper engine in it. It really would. Polo Mint is swerving it. No worries. Someone there said if you could put Mrs. Geoff in the driving seat, I'll buy a ticket. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, you can keep her, but sometimes I really like her, so she's not going to come with the car, unfortunately. Yeah, cool design exercise, the Porsche Taycan. It is. I mean, I've got one here. I did have a Taycan up here for a little while. What have we got? Oh, I'll tell you what, we've got where's my most recent edition? Where is it? Oh, do you know what? Today's the day. Today's the day. On the live feed, I'm going to open this one today. Where is it? Where is my... I've got the new Hot Wheels Ferrari F40. I'm going to go and get it. Hang on a minute. I've got to get out of my spot. Oh, right, it's over here. Hang on. Right, big day. I've actually got, while we're live, I've got 2 new additions to the Geoff Buys Cars shelf. First up, you sound middle-aged with that groan, Geoff. So what Clarkson said, one of you said at Jaguar, all they had to do is if the guy sat down in the seat and went, then the Jag was sold. A guy raffled a dead donkey. Farmer said he'd give the winner his money back. Yeah. Say the last bit of website again, because I landed on the wrong place. It's just geoffbuyscars.uk. And then in the top corner, you'll see a section that says £10 car. And the Nerd in Motion is involved. Nerd, I like you. I'd like to see you again. I'll make another video. I like sitting down and chatting with you. You make me feel all warm and cozy. You know, when you sit next to someone and you pick up their energy, right? And sometimes they rub you up the wrong way. With you, I'm like, oh, I love this guy. And I can't fully describe it. Right, so I've got 2 new Hot Wheels, which I want to talk to you about. Hot Wheels, if you don't collect them. Where is the note supposed to be, Geoff? The note? Where is the note? What note? What have I missed there? Is the website not working properly? Tony James. Hey, Geoff. Tony, a bike shop owner here. Would love to chat about the current affairs. Could we arrange? Tony, are you motorbikes or are you cycle bikes? Because either way, the answer is definitely yes. Tony, email me. My email is geoffbuyscars@gmail.com. And as Laura has quite rightly said, if you're in for the Geoff car, then that's geoffbuyscars.uk. I appreciate that's confusing. geoffbuyscars@gmail.com. Where are you based as well? Because I am very keen to talk about motorbiking. And if you're a cycle shop, then even better, because I've got loads of bikes that need servicing. Right, so speaking of cars, Hot Wheels and Ferrari have had a fractious relationship, and for many years Hot Wheels didn't work with Ferrari. You couldn't get a Hot Wheels Ferrari. So I've got here, that is a yellow. Behind my torches call Terror that's me in the Sun newspaper. I've got an F40 there, which is an old Hot Wheels F40. They're getting quite hard to find, the original ones, and there's an F50 there as well. But for years, Hot Wheels weren't working with Ferrari. They wouldn't give them the licensing. That changed recently, and Hot Wheels launched an F40, a brand new casting, because lots of people thought that this casting of the F40 was not that good. I'm a biker that shops bicycles in Selby, New York, but would love the opportunity to travel down south. Brilliant, Tony. That'd be great. And anyway, they relaunched with Ferrari, and they did a new casting of the F40, and I was very, very excited to get my hands on one. And I finally have. All you have to do to get your hands on a Hot Wheels Ferrari F40 is buy a Land Rover Discovery, give it to a man called Geoff, forget to give him the rear seats from it, and wait for him to come back to your house to pick up the rear seats, and then he'll give you one. That's how I got it. So I'm going to open it, because I believe in opening these things, because I think that they should be enjoyed and fondled. So I'm going to open my 2020 Ferrari F40. Oh, yes. I have been genuinely excited about finding this car. It's very, very cool. Nice detail, really nice casting. Actually, an accurate representation of the F40. We lost 20 people whilst I've been talking about Hot Wheels cars. I'm not going to talk about Hot Wheels cars all day. I'm just talking you through them. He's in Mummy back. Geoff, I can't believe I've won a car. Speechless I am. Can I have the Mini, please? Oh, bugger. He's having the Mini. I've set the Geoff up all wrong. Yeah, well, yeah, you can. It's not a problem. That changes things. Crikey. Yes, you absolutely can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I thought you'd have the Volvo. Lol. Why the Mini? Oh, right. Okay, that changes things. In fact, that changes everything. That means I've got to change the product and change the image. It's a Volvo C70, actually, which is whatever, you know. I don't mind. But it just makes things a bit different for... I think that's a better outcome for you lot, because that's a better car